Hello, YouTube. Malipayong bagong tuig. Malipayong bagong tuig. Happy New Year. From malipay, meaning happy, right? Lipay means happy. Malipay means like in a state of happiness. Uh, but if you're gonna put that with the nga ligature, malipayong, bag-o means new. Bag-o nga, bag-ong is that new plus the ligature because I'm gonna connect year, tuig. So malipayong nga bag-o nga tuig. All right. So happy New Year. I'm back ish maybe, or maybe this just might be a quick peek of me coming in and just seeing what's up. But I want to talk about diminutives. And diminutives actually exist in Cebuano, as they do in Spanish and they also do in English, right? So an example of diminutive. Well, first of all, diminutive is something that we use to make something a little cuter sounding and smaller in size. So something smaller in size and in a cuter form, I guess, in a way, sometimes in a polite form, sometimes in baby talk, and you'll see that baby talk coming about. And when I show you the examples, you'll see what I mean with like baby talk or children talk. Yeah, but some examples in English is like, for example, smile, right? Smile. If I want to make smile into a diminutive, I'll put an E at the end. So smiley, right? Or if I want to eat shrimp, I'm going to be like, oh, there's some shrimpy here. Let's go eat the little shrimpies, right? Um, that's a common one in English, is like adding the E's in it, smiley, shrimpy, all that kind of stuff, right? And it makes it into like a smaller form of what it should be, or a smaller form of what it is, right? But in Cebuano, it exists, and in Spanish, if you know Spanish, it also exists, and we'll talk about that. So I put down a list of common diminutives that have these really weird endings sometimes. And I also put down that the list goes on and on and on because diminutives is kind of weird in Cebuano. Like, weird as in people can make up their own little diminutives in weird ways, and you'll see that too. But for the first example, we have that E example, that same E from English, that E ending, and you'll see what I mean. So it's going to be ending in a Y, and it's going to change with the to Y to an I if there's a nga ligature to it. So the orthography changes if there's a nga attached to the end of the word, right? And this is what it's going to be. So the first example is Pilipina. And Pilipina means a female person from the Philippines. A female Filipino is a Pilipina. Or Pilipino, Pilipinahon, Pilipinhon, whatever. Right, whatever. Just a female person who's Filipino from the Philippines. And we changed Pilipina into a diminutive by changing it into Pinay. Pinay meaning a Filipino girl, right? Filipino female. So a Filipina is a Pinay, right? And we didn't change anything, we just added the E at the end. Pinay. So we just took instead of Pili or Fili, well, yeah, it's gonna be Pili, but yeah, we took the Pina plus the E at the end and made it into a little cute diminutive. Pinay. Pinay, Pinitay, right? So you can even make a little diminutive from that. Pinay, Pinitay, like, it's weird. But that's a diminutive, and you can make a diminutive from a diminutive. So, which is like a little Filipino female. The next one is Gamay. Gamay, and this is the example that I was talking about. That Y is going to change to an E, to that EI orthography change, the spelling change, and you'll see what I mean. So Gamay can change to Gamating. Like when you're talking to like your little kids or something, you want to be a little cute and talk to them in child talk or kid talk or baby talk, and you're gonna be like, oh, look at that little tiny little auntie, like little ant that's crawling around. You can see, and people just like to say auntie or something like that. Or if you have an aunt, you say auntie or aunt. You know, it's all that kind of stuff, right? The diminutives. And the example sentence I put just to clarify it, because you can also do a partial reduplication with that T, that T right there, that syllable T. You can be partially reduplicated to show even more emphasis that there's a that the thing that you're talking about is even smaller in a cute way. So ang gamatiting langgam, gamatiting langgam, right? Ang gamatiting langgam or ang gamating langgam. You can also have a pause there. If you're gonna put the pause, you have to have a nga ligature, right? So ang gamati nga langgam, ang gamati nga langgam. So that's what I meant right here, where if you're gonna have the e, ang gamati nga langgam, ang gamating langgam, right? The next one we have is the ot or the tot endings. I'm sure some of the Filipinos play the game pototot. There's this like game that has a pototot in it, and a pototot is this like little runner, a little runner in it. It's a game that's played outside with little kids, but I'm sure Filipinos know about it. And the pototot's position is like this person that just runs, and they call it pototot, meaning like a shorty. Pototot is a shorty, like the shorty kid. But anyway, that's just a little side note. Payat is our example, and payat is thin or skinny. Payatot is what we can get for a diminutive from payat, right? Payatot. And the last one I want to talk about is the ita ito. This came straight from Spanish, right? The ita and ito. Now, because Spanish is a language that has genders, and Cebuano borrowed these words with their genders. It cannot change genders in Cebuano, and I'll show you what I mean by that. So here it is. Like plato is plate in Spanish and Cebuano. Plato, platito would be the diminutive, like the little plates that you hold your little teacups in. Those little plates, right? Plato is more like the eating plate that you eat your meals in, your main course, all that stuff. And platito is like your little plate that you can have like a little biscuit or something, whatever. Cuchara is a spoon, right? But if I want the diminutive of it, a little spoon, right? A cucharita is like a little spoon. Like a cucharita would be something that you would use to stir your tea or coffee or whatever on a cup. And copa is like a chalice or a goblet. Copa, right? Copa. And copita is like a little goblet, little chalice, right? Copita. And this is what I mean, but I can't change genders on these words. So platito cannot be platita. It doesn't make sense, right? It just stays the way it stays the way it's been borrowed from Spanish. All right, so it's been time capsuled that way, and it will always be that way until further notice, because language does change. But I also intended to say that there's more than just these common ones. You know, diminutives again are things that Filipinos create, and when you hear it, you'll understand that, oh, they're meaning like a little miniature version of it, or they're probably talking to a little kid, or they want something cute. They want like a little cute thing said. They want something said in a cute way. And it's just weird. And these are some examples the bottom ones in here that I want to talk about too, that are like crazy little cute ways of saying things. So lamok meaning mosquito, lamok, right? And we know mosquito itself is tiny and small, right? But if you want to make it into a little cuter, in a cute way of saying it, or a smaller way or a tiny way of saying it, it's gonna be you can say something like lamakikok. Uy, tanawa sa lamakikok. Tanaw sa lamakikok. It's like it's weird. Or tambok is a fat person or fatty, right? So fat person, right? We like to call them fatty. You know, again, that's an English diminutive by adding the E at the end, fat, fatty, right? We can say things like, oh, tambukikok, yeah, si Tambukikok, nagdagan si Tambukikok. oh look, the fatty is running. Right, like dagan si tambukikok. Or if you wanna talk about a fat female, you can say something like tambukikai, you know, tambukikai. It's just like people just have their own ways of saying these diminutives, and then you'll find your own weird way of saying it too. But it's gotta make a little sense too. So that's just something about diminutives I wanted to talk about.